If you're looking for the best van tents, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Napier Sportz Cove Tailgate Awning Tent. Camp anywhere that has enough space for your vehicle with this hatchback-style tent. It's a generous size and able to fit onto most mid to full-size SUV, Coves, and minivans. The tent is made from high-quality polyester taffeta and features a large mesh screen that covers the opening to your vehicle. The solid awning extends over 2 feet beyond the rear of your vehicle and comes down the sides to give you increased privacy while in your vehicle. When not using your tent, you can pack it neatly away into the included storage bag. One drawback of this tent is that it doesn't give you additional space outside of your vehicle. It also only fits larger vehicles. You'll also need to strap it down to the outside of your vehicle, and wind can cause it to flap. The number 2 position is dominated by Backroads SUV tent. If you own an SUV, Cove, or minivan, then this van tent will serve you well. It's designed to fit all of these types of vehicles. This tent's designed a traditional 10x10-foot tent with a tunnel on one side that connects to the vehicle's back or side. The tent is large enough to sleep 5 adults comfortably. The tent has plenty of ventilation with 3 mesh windows and a large door. There's also an additional rain fly with tape seams to provide you with weather protection. Unfortunately, this tent can be difficult to set up by yourself. You'll also want to be careful because the fabric can rip, especially when the wind is strong. You may also find that some of the seams can leak during heavy rain. Moving on to the next at number 3 with Versatility Teardrop Awning. This large awning will give you 60 square feet of shade. The fabric is a ripstop 210T polyester to give the tent durability and strength. There are air vents in the peak to create ventilation and help the awning to be windproof. On the front side of the awning, there's a large mesh window to aid in increasing the flow of air through the tent. To set up the tent, you'll attach straps to either side of the vehicle and put up poles on the opposite side. There are 2 included sandbags to stabilize the tent. You can adjust the height of the far side to give yourself privacy. Unfortunately, this awning can easily catch the wind. There are also no sides to enclose the tent completely. The number 4 position is held by Sportz full-size SUV tent. This 9x9 tent looks like a traditional tent with an additional tunnel connecting to your vehicle. There's an impressive 7 feet of headroom in the center peak of the tent. This makes it ideal for taller campers who get tired of crouching in smaller tents. You can comfortably sleep 4 to 5 people in the tent. What's nice about this tent is that it's sturdy with steel and fiberglass poles. It's also durable and protective with a bathtub-style floor and Go Beat Dry Ultimate Rain Protection System. The downside of this tent is that it takes 2 people to set it up. However, the tent is designed for multiple people, so you're likely to have someone else with you when using it. Next at number 5 we have Napier Family Tent Sportz SUV tent. This large 10x10 tent gives you plenty of space. When standing in the tent, there's more than 7 feet of headroom in the center of the tent. You can also convert this tent into a 7x6-foot floorless screen room. As many as 5 to 6 people can comfortably sleep in this tent. There are large mesh panels on each side of the tent for plenty of ventilation. The poles are made of steel and fiberglass for strength and durability. The downside of the tent is that it's large and heavy, but this isn't too big of a deal since it isn't meant for hiking. The zippers aren't as durable as the rest of the tent, so you'll want to be careful with them. The number 6 position is held by Sportz Dome-to-Go tent. Attach the vehicle sleeve to the back of your SUV and set up the 8.5 x 8.5 foot tent. You'll now have space for 4 people to sleep. There are 2 large entrance doors to make moving about easier. Covering the doors and 3 windows is a no-see mesh. This protects you from insects while also allowing for airflow. The outside of the tent has a large awning to provide protection and coverage to the tent entrance. Inside of the tent are 2 pockets and a gear loft. The downside of this tent is that it's difficult to set up, especially by yourself. This is because the zippers can be hard to use. It can also gap around some vehicles depending on how it's shaped. Moving on to the next at number 7 with ARB Awning Room. If you're looking for more than just a tent, then consider this screened-in room. It measures 2500 x 2500 millimeters. It's made from 300 denier Oxford polyester fabric. The mesh is tight enough to prevent insects and bugs from coming in and still large enough to allow for plenty of airflow. The outer material is also UV treated to protect you from the sun. The floor is made from a polyethylene waterproof to keep you clean and dry. This tent stands out because it's designed to attach to the side of your vehicle. One drawback of this screened-in room is that it doesn't come with everything you need for the complete room. It's also difficult to set up on your own. The number 8 position is held by Napier Sportz Cove. This hatchback style of tent attaches to the backside of your small to a mid-size minivan, SUV, or Cove. The tent will create a polyester taffeta and mesh seal so that you can leave the door open for plenty of airflow while also being protected from insects. There's an integrated storm flap to give you a tight seal and keep the rain out. What makes this tent stand out from similar setups is a large awning that extends over 2 feet out. This gives you better sun and rain protection. The downside of this tent is that it isn't universally compatible. You'll want to make sure that it works with your vehicle before purchasing it. If you're not careful, the tent can rub against your vehicle if the tent isn't tightly secured. Next at number 9, we have Explorer 2 SUV and Minivan tent. Unlike other tents on this list, this isn't a completely separate tent from your vehicle. Instead, it's an awning and rear end enclosure. This gives you airflow while also protecting you from no-see-ums with a tight weave mesh. There are plastic-coated hooks and bungee cords to secure the tent to your vehicle. You'll find this cover quick and easy to set up with convenient roll-up panels to fold it out of the way when you don't need them. Sleep soundly knowing that this tent meets a 584 specs for flame resistance. Unfortunately, this tent doesn't give you additional space. This means you are limited to sleeping in your vehicle. You may also struggle to get the straps tight against your vehicle, depending on the model of SUV you drive. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Slumberjack Roadhouse Tarp. This 100% polyester tent is a 3-in-1 design. It features heavy-duty 96-inch steel poles, 10-inch steel stakes, and a 68 denier polyester fly. There are 3 possible positions that you can choose from to give you more versatility and functionality out of your tent. There's the A-frame setup, dual-pole awning with a vehicle, and dual-pole A-frame without a vehicle. You can connect this tent to most SUV, Jeeps, and trucks. Included with your tent is a carrying bag. What makes this tent stand out is that it's made in the USA. The downside of this tent is that the poles aren't adjustable. This means you are limited in how the tent gets set up and the height of it. It's also not universally compatible, so you'll want to make sure that it works with your vehicle. That's all for today. We upload auto product review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.